Okay, so what I did today, I've been spending some couple of hours doing, is to be able to push my mobile application that was designed using Vite, not React Native, just pure React, and move it online so that I could test it, kind of. And I've been able to do that successfully. Okay, but there are a couple of things that I first of all need to set up. One thing is to, of course, have a host or domain name. So I'm using this domain name as said gear. I need to point it to my server. Very important. I need to point it to my server. My server is located somewhere in some part of the world, right? So no matter where the server is, you have to point it to it so that it will know that that's where it will be serving whatever thing it needs to serve. So my server is here. Here's my server, and I'm in. So what I did was to get my Golang, the source code of my Golang, into the server so that I can compile from the server. So I have it inside this directory. I think I can show the directory in this light here. So it's in this directory, which happens to be here. That's the directory that I have this where all my backend stuff will be running. Now I've have them uploaded. I'm sure you are aware of the file specification, the way the file looks like. Everything is there on the server. So, but there are some kind of concern you need to be aware of, what some changes that I made into the whole system per se. One of those changes was more of like environment variable. So I've set up the environment variable, which I can't open for now. The environment variable is there. That's where the system is going to decide on how to connect to the database and what have you. It's also going to allow to specify what the app URL is. That's the where we're going to be serving it, and also the backend. They are hosted in the same environment, so the same IP. And another addition I did was to allow Go to serve the front end. So Go is serving the front end, so they maintain the same IP and also the same ports. I could as well separate the ports, but there's no need. I just had to put everything in one place. So all this configuration are local. I've implemented the online and I changed this one to 1, meaning I'm running in production server. So that said, another thing I also needed to do was to install SSL. That one took another crazy time on its own. So the installation, has its own thing going on for it, but I can't go through the installation of what I did for the SSL. I also needed to save the key and the certificate. So the key and the certificate are something I can change from the configuration file, which I then decide to loop from here. So what this does is that it allows you to check if the mode is live, so therefore set the gene to release mode, and also make sure that you have the certificates in. From the configuration, I'm loading the certificates from the file, certificate and the key. Okay, those were notable changes that I added in the system. Now, another thing I also got caught up with was because eventually when the app started showing online, I needed to test the mobile version of it. So this is the app, is working now, it's online, but at this point I needed to also test something else. What was that? I needed to test that it can work on the mobile app. So it was breaking. I figured out that I had to add this as part of the things I'm watching and allow it to go to be able to. But I think I'm going to remove this and see if it still works, because I don't see how this, allow that to work. But that's what it is. Now this part is me serving the static pages from the mobile app, because the front end is static page, is pure HTML and CSS. So this is my own ability to serve that page. Apart from the fact that we're serving these endpoints, you could as well serve HTML pages, which is what the site is all about. It's not Node.js app, it's just pure HTML using React tools. So that's what I was able to do there. Nothing special about it. We are not using Next.js. Golang is already handling the features that Next.js was supposed to be doing. So if you intend to use another port, for your server, which is totally not necessary, you could as well just bootstrap another port and create that one right from there. Okay, so let's see what are the changes I made in the application side. So I did a lot of stuff in the Android app to make sure that it was working. Yeah, I also touched base on iOS, so both are all working now. Okay, I was having issue with the logo, that is the image. The image was not coming up at all. It didn't come up. So one of the ways that you make use of image in your Vite application is to bring it in as an object, or as an entity, as a resources, as an entity, or something that you will need, and then make use of it to come in as a variable. So I will show you how that was done. Instead of putting it in public, so public was very accessible, but unfortunately I was having issue making it to work. So I used the alternative by putting it here and referencing to it. So for example, if I wanted to make use of the logo here, which I did, so this is the way to make use of logo. You have to now import the file as this. So this is now like an object kind of, and that will now be referenced inside here. So when you are compiling or you are building, it will do the right thing and export it to what's supposed to do. So if you look at this build, you will notice that it has done so for us. We only have one image on this app, which is very weird. So, and that's that here. Where's that guy again? Yeah, that's it. Logo IZR. It did its own thing by adding some stuff there that it needs to add. So these are the things that you normally do just to make sure that your images are unique every time you build. Now I'm sure you're surprised that I have a mobile build here or something here. Normally it's supposed to be in front end. When you run your Vites, it put it inside here as dist. That's distribution. Put it here. But since I want to host it with Golang, I just automatically say it should be putting it inside here, building it inside this part. I'll show you the code. And once it's inside here, what happens? This part should be executed automatically. So watch this file. So once this file changes, upload it automatically. So this is a static file. Even if we compile Golang or we don't compile Golang, this part will still be executed. So if you make changes to your front end and you build it, it gets uploaded. Those changes comes here live and direct. So if I should do a demo now, I think it should work. Let me see if I can. Don't fail me. So if we say welcome back, and this part that has the welcome back, we can put this sign there. Now that we have that sign there, we then need to build our new change to it so that we have right. Okay, we have to go in first and say cd front end. So what I need to do now is how we need to be working locally, because right now I just build this to be working online. We need to figure out the offline mode. Okay, now that that is there, we should see an update here. Once this one has finished uploading, there's an upload that works on the background. So I'm going to trigger a refresh. If it doesn't change, I will force it to upload. So I'm not seeing that change right now. Are you sure that guy is even watching it? So let me force an upload. Another way to force an upload is to right click and say upload. Now this is an extension that I use. It's called SFTP. SFTP is meant to do FTP, and you can do the FTP automatically, or you program it that when it watches a file changes, it should do the needful. Okay, so I've done that upload. Let me do a refresh to see if our change get noticed. So you can see that it's taking much longer to load, and that's because our change was captured. Now another part is that's static file, which does not affect anything. The major part is when you have a, well, the static file is still also important. If you have a backend stuff that you make adjustment to, want to make a route call, or you make changes to the way your program is being run, of course you can make updates to those things. I think one of the things I did was to correct this one here, because here we used to have a static date because we didn't have data for another date. So I had to correct that and put a standard format so that we'll have it formatted in this form. And that's having there, we now have a live results coming there. Okay, so that is that. Let me just log in and let's see what we have on the interface. So if we're in, we'll get this nice effect on this nice interface, so to say. I wanted to show something. I just forgot about what I wanted to show. Okay, yes, that's this one here. So this one is now dynamic, and then is based on the current dates. Okay. The other thing that I think that was added is, how did I now make this mobile build, work like this? So that's from Vite, because Vite is the one that is responsible for doing the configuration of building your source and everything like that. So I'm still having issue with the server part. I'm still gonna come back and deal with this one later. So here, this is where the build thing is working. By default, this is supposed to be this, but I changed it. That go back one step and put it inside here. Okay, so the reason why I use dot is because most times these things are generated. So once you have anything generated, you don't want to put it in your, you don't want to put generated code in, what's it called, in your Git repo, so it doesn't increase and things like that. So I think I should hide this one as well. Okay, so you have all these other things set, these other parameters doing their thing and what have you. Which other thing did I also struggle with? I struggle with local and dev. So I struggle with this guy a lot. I had to give up on this struggle and set this. So it needs to be able to identify when we're in dev mode and when we're in production mode. So that needs to figure that out very soon. That needs to be figured out very soon. But apart from that, everything looks good. Then this part as well, I need to be able to set this one dynamically such that it is it's based on the local, or it's based on the environment variable that determines if you are doing online, or when you're live, or when you are in production mode, if you're in production mode, or when you're in development mode. So I was able to do that here for this one. This one is not a big deal. This is just to enable the SSL. So the Swagger documentation comes with something that allows you to do that, but I used it, it was not working, so I left it, I let it be. So you could literally do something like this, where you can now say that in your documentation, but it was not reading it. You can say host, so you can see here, and you now provide the real host. So here you can make this dynamic and say this is the real host. But when I did this, I guess that I'm not sure why it didn't work, but I've done a lot of trial today to give it a rest, but I'll still go back to it. So you should be able to change your host dynamically. Just from what I did, host will be dynamically specified. You can specify your schema and what have you. So I did that, but I didn't give it a good run before I gave up on it. So for now, those are what we have. Let me see what the system perceive as a change. I think this should never be allowed to go up. We should also add git ignore to that, which I've done. Then these ones are okay. Cookie base. Imagine you are trying to debug something and then you can't see the error. So that's what I was facing when I was working with the mobile version of what I was doing. In the mobile view, I couldn't see what I was doing. I couldn't see the error, so to say, but I didn't have a choice. I have to just continue and have faith that everything will be resolved. Okay, now this one, I'm not sure if I should be exporting all these things, especially this Android part, because most of these things are auto-generated. Most of them are auto-generated. These ones are all auto. Let me just have them there. This environment, to git ignore. I thought I added to git ignore, but it's still there. Okay. So these are the changes that the system went through. Let me see what is going to call that. Backend configuration endpoint for production. Yes, it was targeted at making it ready for production. The dev implemented TLS support for production. Yes. So those are super important. Okay. I guess that's the summary of what I was working on today. That's the summary. I think that's over 4 hours. So do you have any question? Any question? Push your question in before I call it a day. Question time. Lesson time. Oh, okay. I want to see what's the minimum this thing can go. Let me check if there are questions. Okay. I'm trying to read the question on the bottom. How can I get all from beginning? All from beginning, okay? You can't get anything from beginning. The only thing you can do is make sure you are following, so that when I'm live, you can be getting all the things. There's nothing all from beginning. Okay. Is there any replacement for GitHub? Is there any replacement for GitHub? Why are you trying to replace GitHub? If you tell me the reason why, and then I will respond appropriately. Yeah, we are cooking code. We are cooking code. We are cooking code. This is what we are cooking. We are cooking some code. So finally, we have something that we can do. So we finished building what we have here. We're just trying to get in questions. I can't share the repo, it's private. But I have things you can get your hands on though. There are things you can get your hands on, right? If you go to GitHub, my profile is out there. Just go to GitHub. My details is Arowolo. It's like this. So you see my GitHub details in my bio. I'm actually rounding up right now. You can go there and let me see what you can play with. There are things you can play with. I just have few things. Just have few things. So let me go to my repo. So if you want to contact me, get the link on my bio. You see the link on my bio, and all this information is also online on my details. So I've worked on several, few of the things I worked with. I put them online. You can check them out. Some are interesting, some are not. So you can check them out. I even have some that I did video on. How can I contact you? See the link on my bio. You can contact me like that. What can you teach that would help me? I can't answer that question. No. I don't know what can help you now. I don't know you now. I don't know you. I have to first know you now. Before you can say I should teach you something that will help you. Okay, go send. You can try out this component. I think this is my favorite component here with Flutter. This is my Flutter, my favorite component here. So you guys can check it out. You can check it out. These other ones are just play. I'm just using it to teach people online, but there are more serious ones that you can actually go and play with, like this one. This Go Send is an interesting stuff. It's on Golang, by the way. Warning: there's some people that don't like Golang. I don't know why. What did Golang do for you people? What did Golang? Someone is asking a question. Says, you will know me if whatever you teach me is working out for me. Why will I do that? Why will I teach you to know you? I don't understand. Diff stroke for diff. I don't understand. Why will I why will I teach you to know you? I think it's the other way around, right? So go and learn some other things. Okay, so I was talking about, let me see if there's comment in the other platform. Okay, so no comments coming in from there. Yes, I was talking to one of my favorite tools, which is on Flutter. I designed this one on Flutter and it's kind of interesting. I think it was big for me. It took several sessions. It took several things from me. It took my time a lot, but it's good. It's cool. So any more questions, guys? Any more questions? This one is for sending email. Go send mail package. And then there's another one which I think is interesting for POS. If you guys, not the POS that we're doing now, not the one that you go and collect money. This one is for allow you to print. You can print out stuff. In fact, I need to reference the video so that people need to look at how I developed it. So let me bring the video out. How I actually process guy POS. I think I did it in like 1 minute. So this was the video, and I think I streamed it live. And the idea was that I wanted to do something. I wanted to run a POS. I wanted to print something, right? And I was using HTML to print it. It was not coming out right at all. It was not coming out right. And guess what? I turned to Python, thinking Python was going to help me out. Python failed me woefully. The next thing I turned to was Java. Java also failed me woefully. The next thing was to let me I want to add something to this thing. Give me a minute, guys. I want to add a video link to this now, so that if you go to that part, you'll be able to see the video on that repo. So Java also didn't work out for me, and I didn't know why Java didn't work. Java was supposed to work, but I couldn't even get past compiling the whole thing. It was asking me too many questions, right? It was not just working. And with this Java trouble out there, you know that Java is no more open source. So that one has its own going for it. That one has its own going for it. So where's my YouTube video? It didn't show. Code. Add video machines injection to it. I'm gonna read that thing that you're saying. Just give me a minute. So I think the video didn't come up. I didn't know why. Okay, so I will edit this again. Nah, it's not true raw. Okay, edit. So let me put it here. Okay, so you can actually watch the YouTube video from the repo now. So if you go to the repo, you can click on this and then you watch the video. So the video talks about the journey. How many hours was it? I think it was 1 hour, but I can't remember if I solved the problem at a go. But I started with Python, and the idea is that I use Mac to develop. So it worked on my Python. I tried to compile it with on Windows. It didn't work. It gave me an issue. I tried Java. Java didn't work. Finally, I went to Golang and then it did it for me. That's my testimony. So let me see. Somebody was saying something here. There's a comment here. Quick question. How heavy is it to run Flutter on an Intel chip Mac? Don't know if yours is silicon. Okay, so I run an M4, so I have no idea how Flutter will run on Intel Mac. I don't have an idea. When I stopped using Intel Mac, they've not started doing Flutter, so I don't have an answer to that question. Okay, so I was talking about the fact that you guys can go and check out my repo. And another thing is we also have a community. If you're interested in joining developers community, see the link in the bio. You have access to the community. What extension do you use in VS Code to show the moving dinosaur in your sidebar? Okay, you've come back again for this question, so I'm gonna tell you. So since I'm in a talking mood now. Good morning. Is it good morning? GM. Is GM meaning good morning? So let me talk about the dinosaur in the house. Where is the dinosaur guy? Is the dinosaur still there? Okay, they are still there. So let me make it more visible. Okay, so let me see. I want to make it visible. It's quite easy. That's the name. It's called VS Code Pets. VS Code Pets. Just go to the extension box and you can add as many stuff that you want to add. As many, what's there, any pets if you don't have pets normally. So you can add another one. So I just got a chicken, and you can feed them ball. You can throw ball to them, let them play. Right? I have a squirrel there. I have a crab. I think that's a Rust guy. I have a dinosaur. Which programming language uses dinosaur? I have a squirrel. I have a chicken. Let me see. I don't like snake. There's a snake there, but I don't like it. It's very creepy. I have a turtle. Where is that dog? There's one dog like that used to be there. Oh, they just added bunny. So let me add the bunny. Rosie. Ah, a big head. I have a bunny now. It's in the mix. So you can throw things at them. You know, you can throw ball at them. They will pick it and eat. You can feed them. And you can delete. That dinosaur is somehow. Where is that dinosaur? You can delete. Where is the dinosaur? I can't find the dinosaur. Or is this not dinosaur? I want to delete it. Yeah, you can remove everything if you get tired of them and bring in new pets. Where is that chicken? Yeah, this squirrel is too dynamic. So I like the rabbits. Let me bring in the crab. Yeah, it reminds me of Rust. This crab reminds me of Rust. Okay, green dino. Okay guys, if it's your first time here, say hi. If it's your first time you are on this platform, say hi. Let me see you. Let me recognize you. Say hi. Okay, so OX Dave, how are you doing? Where are you chatting from? Oh, Dino. Yes, that's Dino. Yeah, Dino uses dinosaur. Oh, why do they call it Dino? Is it a short form for dinosaur? Okay, Creative Mexi, how you doing? Madeka, hello, what's up? What's cooking? Hope you guys are doing great. Because of Dino, Dr. Payne. Oh, Oxdav from Lagos. I'm also from Lagos. Nice to meet you guys. I'm good. Dino is Node alternative. Yep, it is. Is there Python language? Is this Python language? Nope, this is not Python language. This is something else. So I guess we've played enough with our guy here. So there is this community I want to invite you guys to join. So if you see my link in the bio, go to the link on my bio. You're going to see a link that will take you to my WhatsApp community. We have WhatsApp, Telegram, and YouTube. You can join and know when we'll be coming online. Like somebody wanted me to teach them by force. If you are in that community now, you will know when we'll be coming online, and you can join when we are live. When will you start teaching us coding? Madaka, is it your first time here? You say it's your first time here. So first left side corner of the screen, and also join the team You can join the team by clicking on the love icon on the top left. There's one love stuff there. So you can also join the team. Join the team. If you snooze, you lose. So join the team, guys. The top left corner of the screen. To join the team, just send one rose and you'll be in the team. Creative Mexi, I'm also good. When will you start? Oh, okay, I read this. Nice. I just started a Vice project. That's cool. Phlegatetic. I know this name. Phlegatetic. I know this name. Thank you, Creative, for joining. Someone just joined my fan club. Thank you for joining. Phlegatetic. Is this the same person or you're a new person? I know this name. I know this name. So make sure you join the group. You have a label on your name. You join the P guy group. There's a P guy group. That's process guy group. So make sure you join the team. Become a super fan. Yeah. So where have you been? Did you travel or something? Phlegatetic. This your name. I still find it very difficult to call. It's been like almost several months, or if I'm not mistaken, almost a year that you've checked in. You were locked behind sub wall. Yeah, I've not been very frequent. I've been traveling back and forth, but I think I'm done traveling for the year. So it's all the way, coding all the way. Are you have multiple vendor, e-commerce, only design templates in HTML? I don't understand this. So Ali, I don't understand what you are typing there. I'm into cybersecurity. Are you new? Okay, I'm not understanding all this new comment that is coming up now. Okay, you guys should connect. Connect. As you're connecting, make sure you're following and you're dropping my commission for connection. So make sure you guys are following, guys. So make sure you guys are following. My GitHub username is on my bio. Go to my bio right now. Get to my bio. Boom. See the link on my bio. You'll get all my credentials there. It's open. You get my credentials there. Or rather, you follow me more on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is like a one-stop shop for everything. I have a channel there where you can relate. I have a channel, I have a group, WhatsApp group, or you can even say it's a community as well. I have a WhatsApp community. You can find that information in the link on my bio. Get that info from the link on my bio. This is my, what's this one called again? This is my GitHub profile. So if you want to see my other profile, let me make that possible. So if you go to my bio, let me open my bio. My bio is available right about here. Okay. I'm trying to get out my bio so you can see it. Profile. So this is what I was trying to get. If you get to my bio, very, very interesting. Make sure you guys are following. Very important, guys. Make sure you're following so that you don't lose this page. So when you get to my bio, there's a link there. There's a link, and it's a link tree. That link tree points you to virtually everything you need to know about me. That link tree points you to every interesting things you need to know about me. So once you get to that link, it will take you to this place. I'm a lover of tech, right? Specifically programming. I love programming languages. So once you go in like so, you have access to, like I said, everything you want to have about me. My YouTube page, TikTok handle, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, GitHub. Some people were asking for GitHub. There you go. That's my GitHub information. I got to this link from my bio. If you go to my bio, you see this. Don't send me an email. I'm also on Twitch. You can call me actually, but of course, it must be super, super important. Okay. Then I have several free courses online that you can take. They are all free. I have HTML courses, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, React, front-end, Python, MySQL. Then you can then join the community. These are the community I'm talking about. You have the WhatsApp community, you have the WhatsApp channel, and then you have the WhatsApp group. So don't forget to go and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Connect with me on other platforms. Connect. Yes, this is my personal profile, of course. So let me read some comments that I missed. Do you do machine learning projects? I don't think that question is for me, but if it's for me, I don't really take projects. I just teach, right? I just teach. So if you're interested in learning, send me a DM. I'm building folder about all the I don't understand this comment. Cybersecurity and web development. Can we see your project, please? So you want to see my project? So the only thing I can show you right now is I can't even show anything right now. Right now I'm tired. I want to go and eat. I don't think I've had lunch. I've not, so I am tired. If you okay, so is this your personal profile? I think I responded to that. Yeah, this is my personal profile on GitHub. You can actually check it out and make sure you follow. Just do the needful that you need to do. Okay guys, I think that is all for now. I'll be coming back again to continue.